Again, hands off the keyboard, no micromanaging. I do feel a little nervous though. But the reason I took this trade is because we have SMT at the highs, bodies, of course. But this 3-minute inversion doesn't hold up, and I'm probably gonna call it a day here. I'm gonna close the account, do this and that. But again, we're not going off the 3-minute. We entered off the 3-minute. Order flow to me does look bearish here, but we're not holding it. We're not really pushing lower here. Very, very unfortunate. We're probably gonna get it. And this is like one of those days where like I know I should have closed the charts. I know I should have went, walked away after this, but something inside of me just wanted to like pass the account and like get funded, do this and that. I bought more accounts. I'm thinking like of all the wrong possible scenarios when in reality, like we're not seeing the bright side. We can see the bright side. This does hold, we're going to pass, but if it doesn't, we stopped out for a loss in, the past 2 weeks, one loss for the day, 1L out of every day, we've been green. But again, just being patient, holding this, letting it run. The only confluence that I really don't like is how NQ is so bullish with ES and YM is really weak. So I think if those start to push up higher, this one's going to follow up. But if those start to move lower, this one is going to be the one that leads all the way to the downside. But again, just having that patience. 15-minute, the 1 hour time frame, we did have that 1 hour sell side imbalance. Swept this 15-minute high. We're inside of this candle's range on the 30-minute time frame here. We are potentially forming 30-minute CRT. That's kind of what I want to see. I want to see the market stay below this high and then continue to the downside, reach for this low. And if not, then 50% of that. That's if we get that though, so I'm going to be watching out for this and seeing if the market can give us that. I am very nervous, I won't lie. ES and NQ are moving lower, but again, I just want to see that market move. I want to see a dump flush. There we go. I want to just get below this low and then continue to the downside here, and then I'll probably start to look for more break evens. Again, this is very nerve-wracking when like you're so close, but you feel so far away. We need 970, right? 970, so like around here. Just aim for 1K. I do want to go break even whenever we reach this low, and eventually, potentially, whenever we get here. The market is moving. I want to see us continue to dump here, bro. I want to see strong displacement to the downside, especially with how we had that bearish SMT on the 4 hour time frame with this SMT here. With the bodies, not the wicks, the bodies. But Jones was never able to close above that high. Order flow is bearish here, but I want to see us continue to the downside. This is very nerve-wracking, bro. I never felt this nervous in my life. But yeah, just let her go, come on. But yeah, let's be logical here. 4 hour time frame, we had a 4 hour bearish SMT. That's kind of my main confluence here for looking for shorts. We had a right there, and then on the 15-minute time frame, we had it with the bodies here. The market on the other ones never got above this high with the bodies. I mean, this one never really got above the highs with the bodies there. So yeah, and then that's pretty much really a confluence for us. Now we want to see this push lower. We want to see us get below this right here, these down close candles to 50%. Continue to the downside. We're on the 3-minute trading, so we're going to choose the 3-minute. Waiting for a 3-minute close there. Order flow is indicating bearish prices here. Oh my goodness, now we're retracing. Everything else is looking really bearish too. Again, I just want to see us push, bro, with speed to the downside. I want to see like strong displacement here. I'm not going to touch my keyboard. Because again, I'm realizing NQ is pushing up, but this one should be pushing down. ES should be following this one, bro. This one's having bearish order flow. All the other ones are like having a small retracement. This one isn't. That's kind of why I want to see this one reach this, and then eventually, if you're gonna want to move up higher, we can move up higher after that. Order flow is moving down lower. It's being bearish, but it's just retracing, bro. Fuck. I want to try my stop so bad. It's just so slow. I hate how today was so choppy, bro. It pisses me off. 5-minute time frame does look a lot more bearish if we get that close. Depending on how we get this close, I think we would be more bearish. 3-minute time frame too, bro. If we get a close below here, bro, we're good, but we're not really getting that, bro. It's pissing me off. All the other ones too, that we're forming that SMT. We have that SMT. We had a 4 hours, then we have a lower time frame SMT, but we're just not moving, bro. I want to close it so bad. Order flow is looking bearish, more bearish than ever, bro. Today's so choppy too, bro. It's pissing me off. I might just close it for a little L. So we're not getting speed here, bro. I want to see speed. Yeah, fuck that. I'm out. All right. That's gonna be the trade for today. Slow, steady, speed. We're not really moving here. I'm gonna wait for another day. 15-minute time frame. I swear, if we get a push lower here, bro, I'm gonna be so pissed. Cause like I keep doing this, bro. I keep doing this to myself. And then on the 15-minute time frame, we had a SMT here with the bodies. Body never closed above that high. This one did, and then this one did also. That was my SMT. 5-minute time frame, we have a 5-minute buy side imbalance. Watching to see if this can get it inversed, and then eventually on this one, no buy side imbalance. But then on this one, we had a 3-minute PDRA. Also had that 1 hour CIBI So we were just looking for that, and that's kind of where I took my trade after this right here. Market did retrace. So if I would have had a better entry, suppose here, that would have been the better entry. Then we could have just targeted this low maybe, instead of having the entry down here and targeting this low. But this was the trade. Stop loss was above these highs, and it was a 1-to-1 basically. And then I took another trade on ES right around here off of these 30-second PD arrays. So let's mark that out. I'm pulling out the journal this one too. So we had a 30-second PD array, and then we closed the trade right after. Not even a good trade. This one had our stops right here after this inversion. We were sweeping the lows. This should have been this one right here. This should have been this trade right here. If not, then this one. That would have been the better one. But yeah, I was trying to catch that move up to the SMTs, to form that SMT at the highs. And I think YM is going to start dumping here. But yeah, that was pretty much the trade idea there on that one. We were just trying to go longs for the SMT because we knew the SMT was coming in. I mean, I'm not really mad today though, because today was pretty much shitty price action. It was really bad. Had to wait all the way till like 10:50 to the second SMT formed. But even then, I should have had a conviction that this SMT was going to hold, push it down lower, which is probably it's doing right now. I mean, should I get in right now? Should I gamble? Not really, no. After that thought, yeah, let's close this. Yeah, let's close the account. Today we're 170 now. Little what, $50 day. Today's been really, I mean, this week has been really bad. Monday or Tuesday, you know, W cut short. This day, the second trade was really good at, you know, lunch. This one was really good also. Again, yesterday just 2 W's missed. Today, first trade on ES, not the best, honestly. Since it's on 30-second, we should have been up on like the 1 minute, the 5 minute, 3 minute. This one, honestly, really good, but we just were unable to hold and fathom the amount of risk, or like the confluences there, I guess. It wasn't even the amount of the risk, it was more of the confluences. Like, we didn't have strong conviction on this to move lower because we're chopping, we're inside of a range. Order flow is telling us we're bearish. We're going to continue to the downside here. But the other one is not, you know, this one is not really telling us. We're, this chart here is not really telling us, like, we want to move lower yet. So I guess it's lagging behind. Everything here was good, I won't lie. The SMTs, everything is fire. We're going to see a strong, sharp dump soon. Look at this. We had a breaker here on ES. I told you guys about this earlier. We had a breaker, and I wanted to see this strong displacement. But then once we started going up, I was like, okay, why are we even going up? You know, it makes no sense. We're bearish here. You know, we're supposed to be aiming for Asia lows. It's supposed to be a classic, you know, sell day where London creates the high, or I mean New York creates the high, and we start selling off. We have all this low resistance pushing down lower, retrace. That's where I expected the market to what? Respect this breaker and continue to the downside here, and respect this inversion, which I eventually never did. Same thing with NQ. NQ never really formed that. We did have SMTs at those lows with this one right here. So we had bullish SMT, but we also had a higher time frame bearish SMT. That's kind of why I was really looking for shorts. Same thing with YM. Again, that's why I'm looking for shorts here. But again, very, very unfortunate. Horrible PA for today. You can see this. Look at this, bro. Like, let's turn off everything. Would you want to trade inside of this? That's my question. Would you be able to like hold a trade inside of this? Probably not, right? What about this one? Probably not, right? What about this one? Probably not. So I am proud of myself for not taking so many trades on like trading this, because I knew the conditions weren't really to my standard, you know, to my liking, I guess. But yeah, and then this trade too, it was a good trade, I won't lie, but it just probably it won't pan out the way I would have wanted to. I would have wanted to see strong displacement, get below this low at least. I mean, this candle close. The opening, I wanted to see it get below there and then to continue to the downside. But the SMT was a good confluence. It was a really good confluence, actually. I won't lie. We cut the loser short. We cut the winner short. This is like it's a double-edged sword. We're just using it for one side, though. So we need to use it for both. This should not be moving up this high. It should be pushing it lower. And again, like, these are bearish. Why is this one pushing up? I don't get it. Everything is supposed to be correlated here. We're like not in a decoupled market. Everything should be good. I don't know why YM is. See, if I was still in the trade and I saw this right here in the next candle close right here below this candle, I would not want to see this candle wake up. You know, I would not want to see this big candle over here expand up to the upside. This is like your little mitigation block. I would have won. And again, look at the open right here. Look at this close and look at this open. There's a big volume imbalance right there, a gap up. That is not a good indication for what? Price to continue to the downside. It's a good indication for price to continue to the upside. even when everything is telling you bearish. SMTs are telling you bearish. Order flow is telling you bearish. The 3-minute PDRA is sweeping these highs. Again, we're just inside of a choppy market. I do not want to be trading this. So best case scenario would have been longs. That would have been honestly the best case scenario. And I failed to take them. I failed to take those longs. It's pretty unfortunate because, again, I was trying to take those 30-second longs, but I just couldn't find the timing. But again, why am I getting so emotional when I'm in the trade, That's my question. Like, emotionally out of control. That makes no sense. We are close to passing this account. The other ones, I still got a long way to go. This one, we're up 53. This one, we're up 96. So, yeah. Not really bad. This one, we're at 2,170. Now the market wants to dump on ES, and then this one's probably going to follow up. It's so weak, but then it's so strong. I don't get it. NQ is really strong, though. Was it that 5-minute PDRA that kicked in that everything just started dumping? No, we're still... It looks like we're getting bought right back up. Yeah. Damn, this is really bad. This is horrible PA. I'm glad I got out. Yeah, I'm going to call it a day here. I'm going to walk away and come back tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much really it. Two trades I took was the ES long on the 30-second PDRA. I was trying to take longs before that, but again, because the SMT at the lows, wasn't really high confluence. I was more bearish on the higher time frame, and I still am. But the horrible PA, bro. I wish we had better PA on a good day like Thursday, bro. But yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna walk away here with this minus 52,170.95. We have around $823 to make to pass this account. So around 850. Best longs would have been on ES for sure. Still, never say never. NQ was good. I won't lie. NQ2 was good for longs, but I think just ES was a lot better, just because of how it had all these relative equal highs up there. NQ never really had that. It already swept them, and then it continued up, while ES had a good draw on liquidity, which would have been this external high up here. So that would have been your good draw on liquidity, and you can see YM is just completely disrespecting everything and is just pushing up higher. So yeah, would have been stopped out. Glad we got out. So yeah, peace.